Greetings, my friends. Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are here with the latest development on the storm that is approaching the Caribbean. We are just learning that St. Lucia will experience major flooding and wind. We have been following these breaking news, and so please share the live. Folks, we did not share on our end, so we ask you to share. We have some developments coming in from Dennery. We are trying to get it onto our system. Please bear with us. Those of you with pictures, with information, we want you to share with us so that we can distribute to the general public, distribute to our listeners here on the platform. So please share as you come in. Just bear with me, folks. We just trying to get the system up and firing. It's going to be just a few minutes, but bear with us. We are here, and we're going to bring you the latest developments. And we're going to go into Dennery, and then we will go over to Poile. I know Brother Charles, Marvin, did some videos earlier in Poile, the Mico area there. And so we will try to hook up with him in the next few minutes. If he's on, if he's around, if you can hear me, Charles, we would want you to at least log in to us at some point. I know your show will be on later on, but we're not going to interrupt any of the programs, but we promise you that we're going to be with you all through the night. We know it's very critical at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is the time that you got to pay attention to. The storm is going to intensify. The effects, you will feel it sometime in the next few hours or so. And so we're asking everyone to exercise caution. If you are outside, try to make your way in. This is not a time for you to be looking at the waters by the sea or outside. The winds are going to be high. We know that the wind developed from 30 miles per hour to about 70, and then it dropped back over to 30 something, which means that 35 miles per hour is still enough to cause some damages there in the eastern and the western Caribbean. And so we're going to ask you folks to stay with us as we try to be here with you and to keep you informed with the latest development. We also are hearing from persons in St. Lucia that the backhoes have been running all day trying to clear drains and to do what should have been done way back in the month. And so we're going to touch on that. We're going to look at some of the emergency shelters that are operating. We need some of the emergency management leaders to call us in. Those of you who are in some of the shelters there, let us know what is happening. Let us know what you are doing in preparation for tonight. It is around 5:30 now. It's going to start getting dark very soon. The possibility is there with high wind and rain that electricity will be out. So I'm going to ask you, those of you who are using your cell phones, to try to connect it to the charge, because you will not be able to use your smart television, but your cell phone. I'm hoping that Digicel and the cell phone companies, internet companies, would be able to keep you connected so that we can spend the night with you. We do not want you to be afraid. God's got it, and he will do what he got to do. All right, so stay with us. You're on to Caribbean American News media platform, and we're here with our Storm Watch on the hour.
Time now for local weather. 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 Time now.
They work so hard to see if they could pull them good shell out because they know the tide is very high because of the wind and expecting for the bad weather. But I'm in a nice little cozy place in Mikud by the cemetery in a nice little bar.
Most of you would have seen this from our friend Cool Vibes. We're just going to go there. We're still setting up to get our feed in, but let's go back over to Cool Vibes, and then we will start bringing in some of the footage that we're receiving on the news desk.
And Rastaman, we talk about prayers. Do you think prayers is the best thing for us? Because don't hide yourself, man. I'm there, Cool Vibes, man. All man have to give man. You go in the environment because I know we're facing a bad weather. But, yes, okay. Yeah. So what are you gonna say about the MP? Did he have to come and represent? Have you all seen him to come and see you all today? He's not in St. Lucia. Where is he?
He's foreign.
Foreign where? Where about in foreign? In England? Yeah. Checking over boy business.
Our jetty first.
Jetty, do you think you get a good deal to do the jetty?
He's literally dead.
Okay, he dead.
All of them dead.
All of them dead. But Rastaman, you don't mind me putting the camera on you, and then I know I come in behind your bad. I'm being offended to doing this, but say something because I know you from a very long time. At least you could say something because you have a little business. Say you're selling everything that snacks. Oh, there's a lady there, a beautiful lady. She have a beautiful. She have. Yeah. What's your name, darling?
Oh, my name is Malika.
Malika, how you doing, darling? What do you want to experience on this hurricane? After this hurricane, do you want to experience anything good? Jobs created because it's very windy here today.
All of us there, we need some jobs. We need to take care of this. We need money. We need, our stuff.
I know, darling. And that is the entire cry for St. Lucian anyway. A beautiful young lady like you, and you need a job, and you cannot be here without doing anything. Because I came to this young man bar there, and you could see he have his frying fish there, he have his bakes, and he's sitting down there having a spliff. And look at on his shelf where you have all the snacks for if you have your kids going to school, where you could come here in the morning and buy something for the kids. And he even selling. So Nafi, I understand you lost your mom a few weeks ago, but I know how you feel. Your mother.
My mother?
Yes, your mother. Yes. Yeah, your mother.
My mother is dead.
Oh, your brother. Yeah, sorry, your brother. Yeah, you lost your brother, but you could see how things is working here with the wind, especially we expecting Hurricane Brett. So if you think Hurricane Brett come here and then destroy St. Lucia, do a little damage, what are you expecting? You're expecting to get a job, of course.
And I have no job yet.
Yeah, you haven't got no job yet.
No, and you know job.
Who they giving jobs?
Zombies.
Zombies. So and then and Jeremiah is the one representing Mikud. Yes.
Jeremiah, I don't even...
You don't know who is Jeremiah?
Jeremiah.
Oh my God. But I know him very well.
Tell me something. Nafi is a bad disciple.
You are a bad disciple, Nafi?
I want you first.
Yes, I know that.
Because I can curse all of them before I tell them hello.
Okay, alright then, okay. Because the thing with you, we do the thing with the guys in Mikud, and I really want to talk to them because I know they have been accusing me and say I'm not from Mikud, but I've been doing a very good job.
Hey. Oh, the wind is strong.
All right, we'll get back to some of those footage that that some of you would have seen already. But what we're going to be asking tonight is that you bear patience with us. The set is we're still pulling stuff together. We have some communications that came through our WhatsApp line, and so we're trying our best. I'm trying my best to get you into the know. I know some of these clips you have already seen them, but the encouragement tonight is for those of you who are in low lying areas to seek. I'm not going to ask you to stay in those areas that are prone to flooding, such as Miss Charles there by the bridge. If we can move her to higher grounds, I would recommend it at this time. We do not want to be, just in case the waters rises a little higher, which it will. We do not want to put the first responders in harm's way, especially if there is no electricity. So if some of you can start moving, and please listen to my advice. I've seen this played out over and over before, where persons wait until last moment to move to higher ground. So I'm going to be asking you, friends, to talk to people, those of you who are younger and stronger. See if you can go out in the community and try to ensure that our elderlies are okay. Those who are living in plywood homes, the galvanized is not too strong, whatever it is, do what you must. I've not heard anything as yet from from some of the shelters. I'm not sure who the managers are as yet. I saw a list with a list. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull one up for you at this time. We have a list there of these shelters in Castries. I believe there is one that we got earlier. Just bear some patience with me, folks. We got that one earlier. Yes. Let me see if I can get it on the screen for you. Those of you who are in Castries, there's a list here. Yes, it is. And let me see here. Yes, we have the DDC chair, Davis Paul, and there's a telephone number. This is for Castries Central. Castries Central, the telephone number 758-730-2517. And there's also another number there, which is 720-8414. So we have 758-730-2517, and the Castries Central shelters are the Holy Trinity Anglican Church, the Castries SDA Church, Castries City Hall, Castries Methodist Church, and the Salvation Army. These are shelters there in Central Castries, and I'm sure that the Central Castries would have made preparation for those who are out on the streets, those who do not have homes. I'm sure that they can head to those shelters to spend the night. Precaution is better. Prevention is much better than cure. All right. So we're going to be asking folks there in Central Castries. You can call Davis Paul at 758-730-2517. And again, those shelters are Holy Trinity Anglican Church, Castries SDA Church, Castries City Hall, Castries Methodist Church, and the Salvation Army Church. All right. So again, we're not sure. I'm going to call the number shortly, but we're not sure if the shelters are open at this time. We are still awaiting contact, the full list of managers, shelter managers, so that we can communicate with them. All right. So just bear with us. We're going to make contact with Central Castries to see what is happening there. Bear with us. Bear with us. Bear with us. Central Castries. And that is 758 758 730 2517. Let's try to connect with Castries Central. Okay. All right. Bear with me, folks. We're here. It's going to be a little unprofessional tonight, but we are going to be here with you. We will break for Marvin's show. We will still have the set running, but we will allow him. All right, so we're trying to link up with Castries Central. The chair, Mr. Davis, the DDC chair. And that is Davis Paul. Now, folks, this is a number that was placed there for contact, so we're just calling for information. We're testing the system. So that's one shelter we did not get onto. Castries Central, we got a number there, but the number didn't work out. Let's try again to ensure that those numbers are working and people can make contact, that they're just not numbers that are just given to us, but at least our people can call and get the services that they need. Right now, all lines should be working. All right. Okay, so we're going to try this one. There's another number. We're going to try it. Stick with me, folks. We're going to try the other number here. This is Castries Central. Now, I am not going to jump to conclusions here, but I would expect that if you're giving me numbers, not only one, but two, with an approaching storm, that I would be able to, of course, get information. Do you not think so? So I am not even sure whether these shelters are open, whether they have been activated or not. But I am calling, let's say I'm a resident of Castries Central, and I am calling so that I can know I can get the information so I can get my families protected, my family secure. So I am going to try again, and I'm sure that others might be trying the numbers also and might not be getting a response. But this is not what we want at this time. Okay, so an advisory just came in. Okay, so that advisory, we cannot open it. All right, so that shelter in Castries Central, we can't get, sorry, the manager there, the chair, we cannot get Paul on our line. Let's see where else we can go in order to get the information. But let's go back to Mr. Cool Vibes in the meantime, and then we will try to get the system up properly.
Okay. Oh, the galvanized resin over where? Where the galvanized resin on this? Okay, because the wind is blowing very strong in that department. We got that beautiful lady there, say. She's very, she don't really want to say anything. I just have to put the camera on her face. I know her problem. I know her stress, but then. Okay. Where is it? Okay.
You could see the old bathroom that they had for the fishermen in Mikud there. Facing on the other side, you could see them man, they're trying to put a boat shell where they building the boats, and see the wind is blowing so strong, so they have to put it inside. So I think, I don't know if I'm doing a very good job for the people to see, but now is the time that we have to come out, because this morning they had a backhoe trying to clean one of the drainage on the other side in the Lamushi going down. And that's the only time they decided to clean them. But all the time they were supposed to do it, they never did it. They wait for until hurricane season coming to do it. And I'm here, and you could see there's a little drain there. I know in Mikud, which is out of was living too far from there. And this drain, look at it, it's been clogged. And it's going to the sea there. So if they did clean these things, so when the water came from that end there, from the cemetery end, which you could see the cemetery is there, so they could have cleaned it out, so the water could have a little access to go to the sea. But there's a lot of the water wet and everything, and all the boats have been on shore. So
but let's confirm whether what I'm hearing on our set is making sense. Somebody's saying here that the shelters will be open after the storm. Can we confirm that this information is real? Can we confirm the shelters will be open? Let me just go there to Tim Charles on our chat. The shelters will be open after the storm. People are advised to go by families and friends before the storm. I'm sure you all are making a joke. You all are not serious, right? Stephen is saying the very same thing. Where did you all hear this? Alison George, the government leave us to fend for ourselves. I'm not surprised because it told us from day one to help ourselves for the inflation, so we are left to fend again under the weather. Folks, please, let's confirm that the shelters will not be open. I'm trying to figure this out. So after the storm, then you open a shelter. I thought the shelter should be from the storm. For instance, person in low-lying areas with no families. So none of the shelters are activated as yet. Please confirm. I really need to get this clear. Who did we hear this from? Brethren, I will put a lot of defay if this is what was said. Because nowhere in history, yes, people are confirming. Folks, let me just make a private call. I am going to get back to you. Please, let's go back over to our friend there.
In the windy area, to prove that me could not, we deserve better. You could see all the young men there in the shop there, the boat, the bike is parking there, all the boats is on shore, and nothing is not happening by the cemetery in Mikud. So what are we saying? Are we doing something good now? We're waiting for hurricane to come in for somebody to expose, and the guys need better. They don't have a proper diet, or they don't have a proper fish complex.
And you heard this man say, who is Jeremiah? I don't even know who Jeremiah is. So now if you could explain to the people and tell them what Jeremiah have done in Mikud. Don't be afraid to talk, my brother. You don't want to waste your time. You need money. Because you say you need money. Without a job, there's no money. You could see that little shop there. It's a little place I know in Mikud very well. The man have a little cooler there. He's selling his drink, a little cigarette. He have to hustle to make his money. And that's the only way he can survive. And he sit down there hiding his little head behind his bar. He come with a good little idea. At least, you talking to your mother, to your madam? Are you talking to your mother? Okay, I hope everything is okay with her anyway. But if you come to Mikud by the seaside, you could come here. Did you sell top up? You could buy it here as well. You could see the sign here. You could come and give him a little support.
All right, so let's get back to me. So folks are confirming, yes, the shelters will be opened after the storm. Okay. Maybe that would explain one of the shelters that most of you would have seen around the place that is registered as a shelter. By the way, it's a government building, but not so fast. Not so fast. Let me see if I have this cued right. Let's go over to this clip.
Y'all see it, of course. Watch that. The people put on Facebook, government not put on Facebook, emergency shelter for Duga, Mikud South constituency. So where you come on? How can you put that as an emergency shelter for the Digarians? Watch that. Say emergency shelter? Watch that. Watch the state of the multi. See multi-purpose centers or the emergency shelter. No doors, no windows. Watch inside. So what? Huh? There must be somebody who's not doing their work. Because you're just writing things on script, match it to bagay, just expect moon to accept according to by is alright. What's that? Bad weather and everything. Who can say C.A.N.M in shelter? Some même pas même shelter by own guy? Jesus Christ. Ah what? Emergency shelter you di. What's that? The Duga multi-purpose center you di. Wait. Father Lord.
We just got some breaking news that the seawall in Dennery just broke the bank. Seawall in Dennery down. Let's see if we can get that system up. The seawall in Dennery has been compromised. It has been compromised. Let's go over. Let's try to get some feed there. It has just been confirmed to Caribbean American News Media that the seawall in Dennery has been compromised. All right. Please, let's just bear with us, folks. I am manning a system at a time when we're not normally on. Seawall in Dennery compromised. Bear with us, folks. I'll be back.
Hello.
Caribbean American News Media. Greetings, sir. Garfield Oliver here.
Hello, yes.
Yes, are you Mr. Davis?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you're on the air. We're just trying to get some information. We got some communication from Castries Central that the Holy Trinity Anglican Church and also the Castries SDA Church, Castries City Hall, Castries Methodist Church, and the Salvation Army Church are the official emergency shelters for Castries Central.
There are some of the shelters. Then we have the schools. We have the Ave Maria Infant and Primary, the RC Boys, the Anglican School. We have the Camille Henry and Carmen Rainey.
Okay, so this is not the full list.
Hello?
So the list that we received, that's not the full list there. It continues.
Yeah, it continues with maybe just free additional.
Okay,
but it's correct. It's correct with what you got.
Thank you. And please advise me, these shelters, will they be open tonight or tomorrow?
No, we only know if the shelters are open based on level of disaster.
Okay.
You just cannot just open a shelter and there is no one going to the shelter.
Right. So if persons need to be secured from either on the streets, those people who sleep outside, or families who are living in.
Well, in terms of the homeless people, we have the homeless people secured in an establishment already. We did that from last night. We picked up all the homeless people, and we are feeding them and taking care of them as we speak.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So the shelters, let's just confirm this, that the shelters will not be open tonight.
The shelters are only open if necessary.
So what do we consider necessary?
Yes, for example, if something happens and we have to go get the person to put them in a shelter, if a house go down, a roof fly, it's obvious, then you must open a shelter. You have to house the person. But if nothing is going on, why would you just open a shelter without it being manned? Nobody is in it and you just have the shelter open. There are shelter managers and there are people with responsibility for each area within the community. So what would happen, everybody would be, the numbers are out. If they need to get them, they would give them a call. The elderly people, our first advice to them is to seek shelter at some family home before we have the cause to open a shelter. So a lot of the people would have shift to maybe a daughter, a son, a sister, you know what I mean? Somebody would go to a family house before entering a shelter. And if there is no other means, then we have to open the shelter.
Okay, so, all right. So I guess somebody will have to make that call. As you said, once you receive a call, then a shelter will be open tonight.
If it is necessary.
If it's necessary.
God is good. Yeah, God is good, man.
Okay, Mr. Davis. Thank you so much for calling me. Because I got 2 missed calls, so I didn't know who the person was. Like, let me call to see. Yeah, this is Caribbean American News Media. We're just trying to keep the folks updated and informed. Thank you so much, Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
If anything changes, I will give you a call again.
No problem.
Thank you,
All
my brother.
right.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Blessings.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, there you have it, folks. You heard it for yourself. That is confirmation from Mr. Davis Paul, and he is. This is from the National Emergency Management Organization, that is DDC, Central Castries. The list is not completed. There are more, a few more locations that should have been added to this list, and we are finding out. It's being confirmed by our by Mr. Davis, and we heard it earlier from our online bloggers, which I need to respect you guys a little more. We heard it for ourselves that the shelters will not be open. It will not be open. So tonight, if let's say there is no electricity, major wind and rain and flooding, and somebody galvanized blow off, then what is going to happen is that you call this telephone number if Digicel is still up, if you can get to somebody and they will open the shelter if so I can't really explain it to you, and I'm not going to try, but I would expect that when you activate an emergency shelter, that you activate it in preparation for the storm. So you give persons the opportunity, if they want to if they want to leave their homes, you give them the opportunity to move early, to move. Let's try to get somebody from Dennery to see what's going on in Dennery, because as I told you last night, I would have opened emergency shelters before once we learn that the storm is imminent, that we're going to be impacted, that shelter is activated. There is stove, there is food, we have beds, we have everything available at the shelters. So the question would be, are these shelters really shelters? That's my question. Let's go back over to the video that we showed earlier. I believe something is going on here that we must pay attention to, because if this shelter in Miku was placed on the list so that people can go for rescue, for help, then why is this shelter looking this way? Let's go back, please.
On Facebook, emergency shelter for Duga, Mikud South constituency. Is that why you come on? How can you put that as an emergency shelter for the Digarians? What's that? Say emergency shelter? What's that? What's the state of the multi? Say multi-purpose centers or the emergency shelter, no doors, no windows. What's inside? So what? Huh? There must be somebody who's not doing their work, because you're just writing things on script. Match it to bagay, just expect money to accept according to buy is alright. What's that? Bad weather and everything. Who can say C.A.N.M can even shelter? Some même pas sa même shelter by one guy? Jesus Christ. How what? Emergency shelter you did. What's that? The Duga multi-purpose center you did. Why? Father Lord.
Okay, folks, let's go to Nemo. I'm not going to put the clip up, but let's look at the list of community centers that the list was given to us from the NEMO, National Emergency Management Organization. National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, there in St. Lucia. Let's go to the list. And let's go through the list there in Grosile. We have Grosile. We have the chairman's number there, Mr. Pilgrim. And Grosile, just bear with us, folks. I have a lot going on at the same time. Stuff are just pinging on the left and pinging on the right. So Grosile, and we got to keep an eye on Dennery. We will go back to Dennery. The wall there, the sea wall has been compromised. I believe it is down. So we'll go back over to Dennery. If there's anybody from Dennery, please call us at 929-586-1821. It's going to get very dark soon. The possibility is there that you're going to be losing your electricity. So let's do this quickly. 929-586-1821. Someone from the Dennery Seventh-day Adventist Church. We know that the church they're one of the shelters, the main shelters in Dennery. Please let us know what is happening in Dennery. 929-586-1821. Those of you online, you know of anybody in Dennery, let them call in and give us an update on the shelters. What is happening there what is happening there in Dennery, and we'll go around the island to see if we can make contact with persons. So we need people to call in. Let us know what is going on in St. Lucia. What is the weather like? What is the mood? What do you think of shelters being open after an emergency, or a shelter being open in the middle of an emergency in the night? What do you think of that? Waiting for a roof to fly off, or the window to be a tree to fall in a house, and then go in, open the shelter. Is there supplies at the shelters? Are there food? Do you have stove? Do you have stuff, supplies, bed for these people to sleep? If we have a list of shelters, how are we going to? Are these shelters prepared? In other words, that's my question. Are these shelters equipped, prepared to accommodate human beings? That's the question tonight, all right? And this is going to be major developments on this platform in the coming weeks, on this shelters being open after a disaster, all right? Okay. All right, so we have a call coming in. Caller, you're on the air. Caribbean American News Media, we're doing Storm Watch tonight.
Hi, good evening, Pastor Garfield.
Good evening, my friend.
Hey.
Talk to
me. I'm not calling from St. Lucia. I'm in Miami, but I've been following everything coming out of St. Lucia from this morning.
Yeah.
And concerning what you were speaking about with the shelters not being open, I just wanted to tell you that Timothy on Newsspin today played a clip that came out of DBS News last night from the director of NEMO. And she said that the shelters will not be opened unless it is absolutely necessary. So basically, it's on demand if something were to happen. And she went further to say that the reason they will not open it beforehand is because it's at a cost to the state.
Hold. What you say there is this.
Yes,
did you hear that with your own ear?
With my own ears. And as you were speaking again about it, I went back to Timothy to make sure that's what I heard before I called you.
Oh, my.
Newsspin today, he played a clip from Miss Maida, who is the director of NEMO. And she said that. So that's where everybody who was telling you that on the live, that's where that was coming from. Because even Rick Wayne called and he said, am I hearing right?
My friend, I am not even... I for the life of me, I've never heard that in... I've been on the earth for a few years, and I've never heard such a thing. I've been involved in disaster response, disaster preparedness, and I have never heard such a thing in my life.
Yep.
And that's why I'm asking you folks if this is real. If you guys heard right.
True, I know. And when I heard you saying that, I said, no, let me go back and make sure that's what I heard before I call you.
So the reason was it will cost the state.
He says it's a cost to the state because if there's nothing happening, why open it? You have to pay people, you have to put things in there, so it's a cost to the state. Yeah, she said that.
So where Pukau?
That's right.
Reverend, we should be covering the storm tonight, but look at what we got to be dealing with.
Tell me
Shelters not being opened before the disaster, or even stock.
Yeah, exactly.
To accommodate people. Now, what I'm saying, you can say to me, okay, in Castries, we will open, we will have one of the shelters open.
At least one.
Yes, and if we need to open, if the needs arise, then we can open others. In Dennery, we will have to activate at least 3 of those shelters.
Yep.
Those low-lying areas, those areas that we know for the fact.
Exactly.
That are heavily impacted by flooding. My friend, honestly, I'm speechless. So you got to understand that that my back just started hurting me a while ago.
Well, I really want you to listen to it for yourself. So when you have a moment, definitely go and check Timothy Newspin today. He took that clip of DBS News last night.
Boy, I thank them for this news because it's going to be, I'm telling you, if people think that I'm a madman, I am going to go mad on this thing for a whole 2 weeks because when I flush statements, I'm not flushing you, caller. I'll flush you.
I understand.
Good. I'm flushing that statement and that idea. All right?
Yes, and I
Who do we have leading us? Paula, you still there?
I'm still there.
Who do we have leading us? Who do we have leading us in this country?
This is crazy.
Them fellas are better organizers of jazz than an emergency.
That's right. Yep.
These guys, do you know that I got information today, confirmed information, that them fellas was desilting the ravines and the waterways today.
Yes. Today. Yes, today. That also came over Timothy. People called about that.
Lord, put a hand. I don't even want to watch none of them news network tonight. I'm going to keep this platform on. I will break for Marvin to have his program, but I'll keep this feed on. I'll put on the weather channel. We'll do whatever we have to do. But I want people to call me and let me know how they feel about this situation because I am shocked. First time I'm hearing this.
Yep.
Wise me.
That was a shocker today. Anyway, Pastor Garfield, we will talk later.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for calling.
Not a problem. Not a problem. And I'll continue.
So let's go back to the shelter and then let's go back to the list of shelters. All right. Grosile Roman Catholic Church, Grosile Church of the Nazarene, Grosile Infant School, Grosile Primary School, Grosile HRDC, Current Secondary School. Marshy Roman Catholic Church, Marshy Combined School, Marshy Human Resource School, and Development Center. Bain Areas, Grand River Combined School, Full Gospel, Deliverance Tabernacle Church. Marysill Seventh-day Adventist Church, which the Lighthouse on the Hill, I think that's the same church. Union, we have Dame Paulette Louise. Babonneau Research Center, Secondary School, Infant School, Roman Catholic Church. Balata Combined School, Balata SDA Church, Fundamental Baptist Church. Timon, New Testament Church of God. Kako Gospel Baptist Church, Bethany SDA Church, and Children's Division. But if I don't call some names I can't really pronounce. Garan Mothers and Fathers Hall. We have Plateau and all them places. You all know where that is. Plateau, SDA Church, Mothers and Fathers Hall. Castries North, Lance Road, Carmel Henry Memorial, Maranatha Seventh-day, Leclerc Roman Catholic Church, VBCC Club House, Chase Gardens HRDC, Human Research Development Center, I believe it is. We have Castries North, Vidbote Combined School. We have the Mon Combined. Castries East, oh gosh, Marsha. We have all the lists there. I know why I want to get to, We have Entrepot, Tiroche, Castries Central, Castries South, Castries Southeast. Let me just go, brethren. Canaries, Soufriere, the schools, the churches, Swazel, PI, Saltibus, Labrie, all the schools and churches there. Viewfort, same. Stick with me, folks. Mico South and Deriso. Blackshaw, Combined School, the God Community Center. What center the guy was talking about earlier? Let's go back and see what center the guy was referred to, if that center is on the list, because you want to be careful what we say, all right?
Y'all see it, of course. Watch that. The people put on Facebook, government not put on Facebook, emergency shelter for Duga, Mikud South constituency. Is that where you come on?
Okay, so
How?
yes, yes, it's on the list. He's right. Duga Community Center. So the possibility is there that half of those centers, you can't go there. Ain't nothing going on. Eh? Wow. And that's the question. Let me go there. Marvin Shalry, do the shelters have water, first aid, blankets, and food? That is the question. Yes, Lydia, all Adventist churches have shelters. So that's the question. Is there food? Is there water? Is there blanket at some of these shelters? Natoya says, it seems the money coming from the director's pocket. Keep it, Isa. Lincoln, Pascal, the government spent millions to give their supporters free tickets for Jazz Festival. They cannot finance the shelters. Arnold, no money to open shelters, but spend millions on jazz. Alison Georges, the government putting the people first. I got to get some information there. Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to be right here with you. But interesting development news there. I still can't I still can't understand this. Bear with me. Can we confirm is compromised at this time, Dennery? Anybody in Dennery, can you confirm for me, please? Yes, thank you. Okay, folks, I'm just trying to get confirmation. I like to confirm things more than once. So I'm just waiting for a response from Dennery on the wall, the seawall that has been compromised. Yes, Dennery seawall compromised. Okay, before let's see if we can get it on the screen. I'm going to try to put it up now and see if our system will take it. Sometimes we have issues there. So just bear with me. This one is, I believe it's a fresh clip that just came over to us. Just Bevan, we're working. We're working. Stick with us. The lines are open. You can call, folks, my people. You can call. The lines are open at this time. And we need updates. Okay. We have a feed coming in from Dennery. Dennery South just responded. Okay, so we're going to get back to Dennery South in a minute. Let's go to the clip from Dennery South. Let's go to that clip. Let's see. Okay, what time is it there? 6:12. All right, so that's the clip just came in fresh on screen. Number one. Let's go. Bear with me, folks. We're doing live production, so it's going to be a certain way. All right, so let's go over to Dennery South. All right, folks, we're still trying to confirm information. Okay, we just got something else here. Just spend some time. All right, so let's go over to that. Yes. Okay, that one we have locked down. We have secured that information coming in from Dennery. We see the water rising there, rapido in the over the bridge there in Dennery. Let's hope that those people, Sister Shirley, all those folks in that area, that they're okay by the grace of God. Yes, and I must say, folks, and I will make a statement just now. Right? If you look at this water carefully, I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to go back a bit and we will stop it. And we will look at something. You see this wall? This wall. That wall. Do you realize that that wall is the lifesaver of Dennery right now? This wall. Look at it. I believe that this phase of the wall that you're seeing was built, this piece here, was built by on the Mr. Prosper, I believe. This whole front, it takes away the beauty, but it protects the homes in the area there. But what we're seeing is that it is pushing the water further in to the Adventist church area there. That's what, and maybe afterwards they can look at it to see what can be done to correct. But so far, this wall, it is holding up and it is doing exactly what they're trying, I guess, let me just bear. Yes, it is holding up so far. Yes, this wall. You know what? I'm looking at the water area there. That entire area by the Charles family in Dennery would have been flooded already just with this type of water coming in, which means that the construction of this wall, it is actually, it is helping so far. It is helping so far. It is holding down. But my greatest concern is our shelters that will not be activated, would not be open. And we saw the brother down in Miku, showing us an old community center with no windows. My question also is, why would we have our government buildings in these communities in such conditions? Like the multipurpose center in Dennery. Look at what the brother is showing us there in this is a government building, brethren. This, look at it.
Y'all see it, of this?
No doors.
What's that? The people put on Facebook. Government not put on Facebook.
No
Emergency
toilets,
shelter
no water,
for Duga,
garbage,
Mikud South constituency.
no windows.
How can you put that as an emergency shelter for the Digarians? What's that? Say emergency shelter? What's that? What's the state of the multi? Say multi-purpose centers or the
Because let me just say this. I think this might be a mistake. This might be a mistake, to tell you the truth. I believe that there's another center that was erected, that was built. Just bear with me. I have something coming in here. Okay. My wife just sent me some updates. Let's see if we can get it into our system. Yes. We just got an update there. Let's see what it is. It's something about house being damaged. Let's see if we can get it quickly into our system. Folks, it's live production, so you got to bear with me. Live production. All right? Live production. Let's go over here. Barbados. Let's go to Barbados.
And what time did they say happened this morning?
Half an hour ago. So let's get that there and do my little chores and then back in, you understand, and get it, come back out, and I hear crack, 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 crack. You understand? And it dropped from me.
So how much people help you get out from the hills?
It's my permit file, yeah.
I had to put he for one of them.
And for you helped rescue this little gentleman. Where were you this morning when you saw this tree drop and everything?
To come help me with a little work this morning, and like this happened so fast. I ran a little bit, see you're just struggling for your life, and I had to be help you. So I met this here happen properly. Everything complain, but we see to get cut down, they don't be a stupidness. You understand? So my man feel good, he hurt too. You gotta get compensated.
Going on and off about 40 years or so, they would come and trim the trees, and that is it. Apart from that, they're doing nothing else about it.
And they're saying that's a couple of hours. You're supposed to extract bird. So now they say it happened before bird.
And you can imagine if it was the highway. You know how you been? You know what I mean? The last time they come about 3 years ago and trim.
I'm here telling you over there again. Oh, we can deal with it. Right. Any damages we can deal with it. Oh yeah. The damages no, we can deal with it.
I was in the yard feeding my 11 dogs outside there with some food, and I heard a cracking at first. I heard a cracking and I looked back. When I looked down to put food in the pot now, I just hear bugger down. And we've been complaining for them to trim the street ever since. They was trimming over them side and living over this side. Don't care about people over here. That would be doing the longest time.
So you were living in fear that this could have happened for a long time?
Yeah.
How extensive was the damage? How many bedrooms? How exactly?
It's a 3-bedroom house. They can stay there, they brought my bicycle, the bed, and fridge is right there. And I got things in my fridge here too. I got a lot of pot fish in my fridge and meat in my freezer.
Okay, that was from the Nation's News there in Barbados. That is a house got damage there. Tree falling on that house. All right. So we're still trying to confirm the wall that was reported compromised earlier. As I said, we like to confirm these information. So we are still trying to officially confirm it. Whatever we say here, it is raw information, and we are subject to correction. We are subject to changing, stuff that we say here. Everything is raw, live production. All right. So as it come in to the platform, then we want to look at it. All right. So we are still awaiting information. Earlier we spoke to one of the shelter managers in Castries, St. Lucia. Folks, please use the number. Let us know what is happening in your community. What is happening there in your community? Let me see if I can get some further updates from the island. Let's see what we can get there. Now, feel free to go back and forth between the links. St. Lucia told to remain on alert as storm approaches. That's in the headlines. St. Lucia told to stay alert. Stay alert as the storm progresses. Yes, our data is coming in raw, so you got to bear with us.
Expected to bring strong winds and heavy rains to Port.
Okay, so let's go over to an update here. We might not have the video, but this is from DBS.
From Thursday, June 22nd, Director of Med Services Andre Joyer urges residents in flood-prone areas to take heed as severe rainfall is anticipated with the passage of Tropical Storm Brett.
The maximum sustained winds is 60 miles per hour or 95 kilometers per hour. On this path, Brett is expected to pass over St. Lucia on Thursday into Thursday night. We asking residents in flood-prone areas to be very cautious because we're expecting from 3 to 6 inches of rainfall from this system, and the rainfall will start from Thursday into Friday. So persons should have the preparations done for the impact of Tropical Storm Brett.
The National Emergency Management Organization NEMO has also revealed that as of 11 a.m. Wednesday, the previous tropical storm watch has been upgraded to a tropical storm warning for St. Lucia.
Yolanda Basco.
All right, so let me just keep our ear on the ground, folks. All right, bear with us, stick with us. Okay, we have yes. Okay, all right. So again, the number to call is 929-586-1821. Please call, let us know what is going on the island of St. Lucia. Folks, what's going on in your area of the woods? Why are folks not calling in with information? Are you afraid? Are you scared? Sorry, just got an update. Let me just have a look at it. Okay, good. Forwarded. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. Certain things I'm not going to say unless I confirm it now, okay? Okay, so I can share this with the people. This one I will put up once it's big enough, so. And the people those of you who are sending the videos, you're professional because you're cutting it at the right time in so that our system can upload it. So I really appreciate you. Okay. So we have one more. I am not sure where this picture is from, but I'm going to video. Sorry, I'm going to upload it to our main system so that you can have a look. So we're just trying to compile all the information, bring it together into one place. Once we see smoke in our computer, then we'll stop uploading. But we're here with you, and we're going to stay on it. 612. No, that's not it. Bear with me, folks. Let's get that in. Yes, this is it. A new feed. I know many of you are back and forth. You're back and forth with information. Yes, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, I'm not sure where this place is, but it did not. I did not get any caption with it. But let's go over to the screen. Somebody said that is VG. Okay. Let's go over with us again. Let's go over to the platform VG. Yes, VG. That's in Castries. Wow. Castries. If that continues in Dennery, then, you know, we will have some issues there with the water. Okay, let me just confirm. That's the back of the lighthouse. Back of the lighthouse. Oh, people are on the ball. Right. Out of our concern is for our farmers. We have great concern there. Okay, some of the stuff I will have to remove from the platform so that we can upload more image. I got an image here, but it's too long, I'm sure. But there's backhoe. I saw a backhoe working at the 4th hour. Let me look at the update. The radar as of 5:46 p.m. Okay, that's for St. Lucia. No, that's not for St. Lucia. All right, so I am getting a report here from, and this is a report, it might be a little behind, 5:47 p.m., 5:47 p.m., just bear with us. All right, so this is a live, this is a live broadcasting of the tropical storm Brett in the Caribbean. We're here to keep your company tonight. Okay, so let's go to that report, 5:47 p.m. And it says, from all indications, St. Lucia will get hit gust winds of 75 miles per hour, winds 50 to 65 miles per hour. At this time, the sea, it is about 25 feet, about 12 feet high. Waves we're looking at there in St. Lucia. No wonder we saw Dennery early in the game having those high, those waves coming in, beating the retaining walls already. Okay? Any more of that throughout the night, and we will have to be a little concerned, but we have faith. But I said to you, faith without works, it is dead. Faith without works is dead. And let me just warn St. Lucian, some of you like to be out during the weather. You just walk looking in the sky with high winds that is sustained at 65 miles per hour or even 10 miles per hour. It is not a good thing. You should be in your homes. You should be at an emergency shelter. Yes, they are not open. I will still say emergency shelter. Yes, you should be indoors. I'm happy to hear that Castries was able to take most of the guys, the homeless, off of the streets, and they're feeding them. They're in good hands. And so they're asking residents to get to a family. If you're living in low-lying areas, get to a family. But the question is, how many of those people can get to a family, or family wants them in their place? And that's why at least we should have 1 or 2 emergency shelters open, functioning, equipped. It should serve as a headquarters for the community, a main hub, a community, a command center. At least one in each community should serve as a command center with all necessary supplies that can be dispatched within minutes. But what we heard is that it's expensive and we don't have money, so we're pukao. Okay, so somebody said they sent 2 videos. Rachel, let me go to them and see. Okay, I am back and forth in screen. Rachel, where did you send it on Caribbean on the... Okay, let's go over to our media phone. Again, it's live production, friends, so we're going to be back and forth. And those of you who want to switch between the news, you please feel free. We are still here. Rachel, where did you send it? I haven't seen it. On Facebook? Okay, good. So Okay, I'm trying to find it. I'm not sure where it is. I haven't received any... My friend, Sister Rachel, I haven't received anything. So, yes, the people will be placed in the shelters after the damage. It's not me, huh? All right, after the damage, if there is any, then they're going to... The shelters will be open. So you just get a list... You just got a list of, okay, messenger. Okay, so let me see here. Let's see if we can get Miss Fortuna Belrose. Let's see if we can get her. Folks, if you have Facebook Live, you can call us too on Facebook, all right? If you have Facebook, you can call us. Okay, Rachel, we're going to look into Messenger to see what... right? We're trying to connect. Okay, so let's see, Rachel. What did you send? Where did you send? Oh, okay, I see why. I got to. Just bear with me, folks. Bear with me. It's okay to be back and forth, all right? It is okay, it is okay, it is okay. Okay? Don't be shy. So we log in back into our main. Okay, I just see something here. Let me read it for you. Let's see if we can get it open. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bear with me. It says here the Ministry of Health and Wellness and Elderly Affairs is closely monitoring the tropical storm warning and hurricane watch associated with Tropical Storm Brett as issued on June 21st, 2023 by the St. Lucia Meteorological Services and the National Emergency Management Organization. Whole hurricanes are associated with strong winds. Persons must be prepared for the multiple hazard, including heavy rain, flash flooding, and storm surge, among others, associated with hurricane. In addition, there is the risk for contamination of potable water supply and food, leading to gastrointestinal issues. The Ministry of Health would like to assure the public that it stands ready to respond to events associated with Tropical Storm Brett. The hospitals and the primary health care services have put emergency plans in place to ensure the delivery of essential services around the island before, during, and after the storms. Persons will be able to access services at the hospital, the Dennery Hospital, and the Grosley Polyclinic, which usually closed at midnight, will now be providing 24-hour service starting today, June 22nd, until further notice. The Suffolk Hospital will continue to provide 24-hour service to the public. The other wellness centers will be closed at 1 p.m. today, Wednesday, June the 22nd, until is given the all clear by Nemo. Okay. So Dennery and Grosley, your polyclinics will be open. All the others will be closed at 1, or they're closed already at 1 today, and 1 today. Lucy Queen, strong winds. God put a hand, especially the less fortunate that already facing hard times already. My God, my God, my God. Okay, so let's go to Rachel. I believe we got some communication here. And folks, remember, we're going to take a break. We'll leave the live on. You will watch your news, and then we'll come back to continue the program. And I believe Charles is going to be on also. I would ask you to advise me. Should we leave the live on, or should we cut it and then we can come back? We can come back after the news and after Charles. So Florence is reporting strong winds in Grosley. Strong winds in Grosley. Be safe, my friend. We're keeping you folks in prayer. Very windy in the north. Duncan. Windy in the north. Cooley is saying stay on. Alison George, nice reading, but is the ground really working? I don't believe nada that's coming out of these people. And Georges, you're right, because we are left now to question everything that is being said to us. They send us to shelters that are open, that are closed. They send us to shelters that has nothing inside, not even a chair or water or a toilet. Huh? So I don't know. Bear with me, let me just get my air. I have an ear plug, so sometimes it irritates me. But yes, we don't know what to believe. We don't know what to believe. You know? Okay, Christine Alexander is saying internet is going down. I understand. Oh my God. So the possibility now is there that half of our people will be knocked off. The only persons that will be on are those in the diaspora. I am already seeing the numbers going down. Yes, extremely windy in the north. All right, Catherine. All right. Dennery, we need further reports of Dennery. I'm interested also in the Dennery North area. Poile, those areas close to the sea. Elizabeth, very windy in the north of the island. All right? Very windy over there. Okay. Okay, good. Let's ensure that we get what Rachel sent us over. You said that I should stay on. They say y'all buy coffees if I'm staying on. The link is on there. Please go to the coffee link, all right? I forget to tell you. Buy me a book. Go to the link and support the program, friends. Go to the link. Okay, Rachel, I got you. Bear with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that really look a little scary there, but it is what it is. Let me see if we can pull this feed over. Some of these feeds are already circulating on Facebook. You see, my question is, where are the journalists? Anyway, I have this thing coming through my ear. Let me stop it. I'm having issue in sharing it, so I wouldn't be able to bring it to you. All right, if it comes through WhatsApp and those things, then I can quickly pull it out onto the main system. Okay, so we have a clip from Barbados. We have another clip coming in from Barbados. Let me see if I can also pull that clip over to our main feed. All right, folks, we're here on Hurricane Watch. Okay, let's go over to Barbados. We have not gotten anything from St. Vincent or Grenada. Okay, so we're heading over now. I have some stuff coming in from Barbados. I have an update from Barbados. Let's go over to the island of Barbados. Barbados is a very flat place. Hurricane don't have much to touch down on in Barbados. At least when they get to St. Lucia, the strong wind, the Pito normally beat down some of the... Anyway, I'm just talking. But let's go over. All right? Brethren, those of you who are prayer warriors, please continue in prayer for the nation of St. Lucia. The last report that I got there, and we will get more updates, is that the maximum wind sustained is about 70 miles per hour. And even though, as I said, it is 20 miles per hour, it is not good. It is not good. The wind is... Okay, we got some Dennery North is coming in. Dennery North. You see, this morning I asked the different Phlobococcus groups to activate themselves. And, but Dennery South, they're doing a good job in feeding us too with information so that we can keep families in the diaspora updated. All right. So I I have something here from Let's Go Barbados, and then we go back over to Dennery South. We're hoping that the other communities can report to us tonight. I saw something else came in quickly, but we're here, don't worry. Mani Mojibane Yepumo here right now, so I might have to wait until my wife gets home. My daughter's upstairs, so she's just 8. She can't bring me anything to eat. Maybe I need to lose weight, so I don't need to eat tonight. So, okay, folks, I'm here with you. I'm committed. We're here. Please just show your support by going to the link. The link is right there, and get yourself a book or coffee. It's not actual drinking coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't support it. So I'm just telling you to support the show. I know there's other storms in St. Lucia apart from this one, but yes, we got the Barbados link. So we're going to go over to Barbados now, folks. Okay, let's bring back the feed to me so that we can get the volume in. Okay, we don't have the volume still. Good. So we go over. Let's go over quickly. Barbados. I know Marvin was earlier in Poile today. Let's see if we can get him on the line. Those of you who are sending information, keep sending. Okay, let's go over first to Dennery South again. This is Barbados. Let's switch. Let's switch Dennery North. South, sorry. Okay, we just got some information there. Let's send it over from the government of St. Lucia. Let's get it over to our people right away. Let's get it over to our people. Folks, stay with me. This is your official source on Storm Watch tonight. Okay, so this reminds me of the Vincentian volcano eruption. I was all night sitting here. Okay, so let's go over to an update from the government of St. Lucia, and we're going to upload that into our system. Our system have rejected it. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay, let's see if the system will, if it comes in as something else. Yes, the system did not accept. Let's see if it's going to do it now. Oh, good. It's up. Yes. Okay, so let's go over here to our document from St. Lucia. It says, stay safe, St. Lucia. All persons are advised to be off the road by 7 p.m. Now, we don't know who this is from, but I would tell you this is not the way we communicate in this matter. If it's the police responsibility, if it is the responsibility of the police to issue these statements, please let them do so. We do not know where this is coming from. It just says, stay safe, St. Lucia. All persons are advised to be off the road by 7 p.m. Right now, it is 6:52. Who is putting these things out? That's all I want to know. Who is putting these things out? What is the source? And I'm sure I'm making sense. You would want to know the source of these information coming out. Please, stay safe, St. Lucia. All persons are advised to be off the road by 7 p.m. Who is doing this? Is this a newspaper? Is it the government of St. Lucia? Is it the police? All we're seeing is the coat of armor, stay safe, St. Lucia. Okay, at the bottom, I suspect it would say, let's see if we can dig into the bottom of this. Okay, this is officially from Nemo. It's officially from Nemo. Folks, just bear with me. Bear with me. We're here. Let's go over to Cool Vibes. Where's Cool Vibes? We were listening to him earlier. Let's go back.
There's a man there, he's hiding a Rasta man. I'm in his shop, I'm in his place. And I got a beautiful lady there called C.A.N.M. C.A.N.M, what is it you want to say if anything happened for the hurricane? What is it you want, C.A.N.M? C.A.N M.
The only thing we have to do is just pray.
Just pray.
Yes.
And Rasta man, we talk about prayers. Do you think prayers is the best thing for us? Because don't hide yourself, man. I'm there, Cool Vibes, man.
All women have to give man sex.
All women have to give man. You go in the other one because I know we're facing a bad weather. But, yes, okay. Yeah. So what are you gonna say about the MP? Did he have to come and represent? Have you all seen him to come and see you all today? He's not in St. Lucia. Where is he?
He's foreign.
Foreign where? Where about in foreign? In England?
Yeah.
Checking over boy business.
Our jetty first.
Jetty, do you think you get a good deal to do the jetty?
He's literally dead.
Okay, he dead.
All of them dead.
All of them dead. But Rastaman, you don't mind me putting the camera on you, and then I know I come in behind your back. I'm being offended to doing this, but say something because I know you from a very long time. At least you could say something because you have a little business. Say you're selling everything that snacks. Oh, there's a lady there, a beautiful lady. She have a beautiful. Yeah. What's your name, darling?
Oh, my name is Malika.
Malika, how you doing, darling? What do you want to experience on this hurricane? After this hurricane, do you want to experience anything good? Jobs created because it's very windy here today.
All of us there, we need some jobs. We need to take care of it. We need money. We need, our stuff.
I know, darling. And that is the entire cry for St. Lucian anyway. A beautiful young lady like you, and you need a job, and you cannot be here without doing anything. Because I came to this young man bar there, and you could see he have his frying fish there, he have his bakes, and he's sitting down there having a spliff. And look at on his shelf where you have all the snacks for if you have your kids going to school, where you could come here in the morning and buy something for the kids. And he even selling. So Nafi, I understand you lost your mom a few weeks ago, but I know how you feel. Your mother.
My mother?
Yes, your mother. Yes. Yeah, your mother.
My mother is
your brother. Yeah, sorry, your brother. Yeah, you lost your brother, but you could see how things is working here with the wind, especially we expecting Hurricane Brett. So if you think Hurricane Brett come here and then destroy St. Lucia, do a little damage, what are you expecting? You're expecting to get a job, of course.
And I ain't no job yet.
Yeah, you haven't got no job yet.
No, and you know job.
Who they giving jobs?
Jumbies.
Jumbies. So, and then, and Jeremiah is the one representing Mikud.
Oh, yes, we're confirming that persons are asked to be off the road at this time. All persons are asked to be off the road. I am not sure how the shelter thing is going to work in places like Dennery. I'm really not sure how that is going to happen. If the government, let's say, God forbid, that there is major flooding and house roofs are blown off and the trees are blocking the roads and the electricity is down, I am not sure how, if that scenario happens, I am not sure how we are going to get supplies to the different shelters. I am not sure if all these shelters that we mentioned, whether some of them have stove, whether they have supplies. We do not know that. So it will be interesting tonight, folks. And please pay attention, because as much as I do not want to be political tonight, which I must, why? Because we have a government that is put in place to protect us, the people. especially during a disaster. This will remind many of us of the distraction during the COVID-19 disaster. They were idle, they were playing around, they were blaming everything else. Here is the perfect opportunity to get this storm right. What we're seeing, drains being distilled today. What we see, shelters are closed because of monies. And there's going to be all excuses, you know. The hacks are going to say all kind of nonsense. You're too political, blah, blah, blah. No. Put yourself in our shoes. During the COVID-19, this is exactly what you did. You criticize every decision. None of those decisions were good. And I'm saying, as a human being, first, these shelters, at least one or two of them, should be stocked and open. Give families the option, if they do not want to go to people's house or they don't want to go anywhere else, that they can go into one of these shelters. Give them the option. That option is not given to them. What you say to them is, y'all go by family. Go by families. It will be cheaper for us to open tonight in the middle of a disaster. How can you open a shelter in the middle of a disaster? At night, no electricity. How? Let's go over to...
Yeah, okay, all right then, okay. Because you know the thing with you, we do the thing with the guys in Mikud, and I really want to talk to them because I know they have been accusing me and say I'm not from Mikud, but you know I've been doing a very good job for Mikud. I tried to talk to the guys and tell them what, you know, which party, you know, to support.
When people come and talk to guys in Mikud, they have their party, the should be fat.
But everybody need money, but without yes. Okay. Oh, the galvanized resin over where? Where the galvanized resin on this? Okay, because the wind is blowing very strong in that department. We got that beautiful lady there, say. She's very she don't really want to say anything. I just have to put the camera on her face. I know her problem. I know her stress, but then. Okay. Where is it? Okay, you could see the old bathroom that they had for the fishermen in Mikud there, facing on the other side. You could see them man, they're trying to put a boat shell where they building the boats, and you know, see the wind is blowing so strong, so they have to put it inside. So I don't know if I'm doing a very good job for the people to see, but now is the time that we have to come out, because this morning they had a backhoe trying to clean one of the drainage on the other side in the Lamushi going down, and that's the only time they decided to clean them. But all the time they were supposed to do it, they never did it. They wait for until hurricane season coming to do it. And I'm here, and you could see there's a little drain there. I know in Mikud, which is out of the house, living there. And this drain, look at it, it's been clogged, and it's going to the sea there. So if they did clean these things, so when the water came from that end there, from the cemetery end, which you could see the cemetery is there, there's a big drain there. So they could have cleaned it out, or the water could have a little access to go to the sea. But you know, there's a lot of the water wet and everything, and all the boats have been on shore. So the people in Mikud, they're very concerned. Everybody have been indoors today, but I taken my own time in the windy area to prove that Mikud North, we deserve better. You could see all the young men there in the shop there, the boat, the bike is parking there, all the boats is on shore, and nothing is not happening by the cemetery in Mikud. So what are we saying? Are we doing something good now? We're waiting for hurricane to come in for somebody to expose, and the guys need better. They don't have a proper diet, or they don't have a proper fish complex. And you heard this man say, who is Jeremiah? I don't even know who Jeremiah is. So now if you could explain to the people and tell them what Jeremiah have done in Mikud. Don't be afraid to talk, my brother. You don't want to waste your time. You need money, because you say you need money. Without a job, there's no money. You could see that little shop there. It's a little place I know in Mikud very well. The man have a little cooler there. He's selling his drink, a little cigarette. He have to hustle to make his money, and that's the only way he can survive. And he sit down there hiding his little head behind his bar. He come with a good little idea, at least. You talking to your mother, to your madam? Are you talking to your mother? Okay, I hope everything is okay with her anyway. But If you come to me, could buy the seaside, you could come here. Did you sell top up? You could buy it here as well. You could see the sign here. You could come and give him a little support. And you could see the beautiful mountain of Mikud on top of the cemetery, which is called...
Okay, folks, we have something coming in from Castries St. Lucia. From Castries St. Lucia. We're going to bring it to you in a minute. Oh, okay, so we're headed into Castries. We're headed into Castries. Stick with us. Let's go into Castries.
Nice fishing. Yeah, Mr. Ojan. Starfish. Octopus and all rasa. Parrotfish. But nice. Watch that. Storm haven't started yet. Oh, you know, let me go on, but.
Okay, so let's play that again for you to see, folks. Stick with us.
Nice fishing. Yeah, Mr. Ojan. Starfish. Octopus and all rasa. Parrotfish. But nice. Watch that. Storm haven't started yet. Oh, you know, let me go on, but. Nice fishing. Yeah, Mr. Ojan.
Wow. So, you see what is happening, folks, with the weather. That community center, let me ask you, folks, the community center that the gentleman was complaining about, is that in Jeremiah Norbert's district? If somebody can confirm that for me, I would be very happy. No, it is. No, okay.
Starfish. Octopus and all rasa. Parrotfish. But nice. Watch that. Storm haven't started yet. Oh, you know, let me go on, but.
Caribbean American News Media calling you on the air.
Hey,
Hey, my friend.
I just wanted to let you know again. The NEMO director, shelters are open as needed post the disaster. I'm telling you her exact words. You clip earlier, but it cut off in the middle somewhere, and we didn't get actual report from the NEMO director.
So she's saying
So
that
if you
the shelters.
if you could just play it again. I heard you say a little while ago, who's going to go open a shelter in the middle of a storm? Not going to open it in the middle of a storm. What she's saying is the shelter will be opened as needed post the disaster. So that means it's after everything is said and done, then they will assess to see whether they need to open.
And that was done on Newspin today, right? You said. Okay.
I sent it to you. It started off with the guy from the Met Office speaking, 2-minute clip, and then the NEMO director. But I think it cut off right before she started to speak.
Okay.
So I didn't hear that part.
Oh, that's the last thing that you just sent, right?
No, I didn't just send it. That's probably the first thing because that's what you started off talking about earlier.
Okay, let me see if I can.
It's on your Facebook Messenger.
Oh, it's on Messenger. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go there
Messenger.
and we're going to get it. Thank you so much, caller, and thank you for staying.
You can just play it again.
Thank you for being part of our network.
Not a problem.
Thank you. I'm going to find it now. I'm going to get it.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, Reverend, there you have it. Let me see if I can just bear before we go over there. Okay, so we just got a confirmation from my brother in St. Lucia there at Newfield Dennery, and he's saying, folks, it is getting very scary here at the moment. The galvanized rafters are getting very loose. So there's the house roof. My family's house roof, it seems like it's about to go. So let's keep that. It's keeping a lot of noise. Oh, boy. Okay, so the wind is stepping up there. The wind is going crazy. Let me see what else we have here. Okay, so folks. Yeah, boy. Uh-huh. Okay, so we're going to go back over to... Let's go over to that clip and then we will get to that situation.
Nice fishing. Yeah, we see Jack. Starfish. Octopus and all that, sir. Parrotfish. But nice. Watch that. Storm haven't started yet.
So as I told you, the information, they come in very quickly. So just bear with us here. You can view other programs, folks. Well, we're just going to be here receiving information. All right? Okay, sister. Okay, Facebook. It was sent earlier today. We are safe. Thanks. Okay, the first clip. This first clip today. First clip. Let me see. Okay. Stick there. We here. Okay, I believe it is this one. We're going to listen to it.
Mile-per-hour winds.
Tropical storm Brett is expected to bring strong winds and heavy rains to portions of the Lesser Antilles from Thursday, June 22nd. Director of
Yolanda Bascom, also
of Med Services Andre Joye, urges residents in flood-prone areas to take heed as severe rainfall is anticipated with the passage of Tropical Storm Brett.
The maximum sustained winds is 60 miles per hour or 95 kilometers per hour. On this path, Brett is expected to pass over St. Lucia on Thursday into Thursday night. We are asking residents in flood-prone areas to be very cautious because we are expecting from 3 to 6 inches of rainfall from this system, and the rainfall will start from Thursday into Friday. So persons should have the preparations done for the impact of Tropical Storm Brett.
The National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, has also revealed that as of 11 a.m. Wednesday, the previous Tropical Storm Watch has been upgraded to a Tropical Storm Warning for St. Lucia, Martinique, Barbados, and St. Vincent. NEMO Director Maria Maynard also revealed that a Hurricane Hunter would have gone in later that afternoon, which would guide the country's decision toward the closure of public institutions.
As of 11 a.m. this morning, St. Lucia has been placed under Tropical Storm Warning. So we've moved from the watch to a warning, which states that there is a possibility of a likely impact to St. Lucia. Information out of the St. Lucia Met Services is that there's a Hurricane Hunter that will go in this afternoon. And based on that information from them, then the decisions will be made, and we're hoping that they are made in quick time.
The director also took the opportunity to enlighten the public on the operation of the disaster shelters should they become necessary.
We advocate that people try as much as possible to go to family, to go to friends before they go to the shelters. Our shelters are open mainly after post-disaster because one of the reasons is that when we open before, it means that it's a cost to the state. We open before, and sometimes you don't get anybody coming to the shelters. We have almost 260 shelters. You cannot open all of them. So they are open as needed post the disaster. If you have looked at your risk and you have recognized that your home is prone to disasters, whether it be a landslide or flooding, and you have no family and friends that you can go to, then you contact your local district disaster committee, and they, along with the shelter managers for whichever shelter to be open, will make the arrangements to shelter persons.
The public is encouraged to take the necessary.
Okay, so you folks were right with what you're saying. The shelters, it's going to be expensive to open the shelters, and they will open them after the storm to save the government money. Folks, I don't know what to tell you. I wish they had closed jazz to save the people money. I wish they had closed some of those events. $13,000 check could have kept all these shelters open. And again, our priority seems to be upside down. Millions of dollars into carnival, millions of dollars into jazz, millions of dollars into everything else. But the shelters are too expensive to open. I don't care whether nobody comes to the shelters. Shelters must always be available for the citizens of St. Lucia during a storm. And like I asked some night ago, the question, does our government have standby food items, generators and supplies in case of an emergency? How can it be too expensive to protect your people? How can it be too expensive? So I can say on the platform, jazz before shelters, carnival before shelters. I suspect that it might be safe at this point for me to make such a statement. I don't know how you feel, folks, but that is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. We don't have the money. We don't have the money to house the people in shelters. But on the other hand, she says that we need to take precaution because the possibility is there that we'll get hit. The possibility is there. But go to relatives. We don't really have money to keep the shelters open, all of them. For instance, when I managed the Dennery Estate Church shelter, the church bought the food items. And that's why I say that we must get the engagement of society, of organizations, of the churches. Don't just depend on government to keep your shelter going. What have you done? And I'll ask churches, do you have stove, supplies, mattress? Do you have supplies, water supply? Do you have supplies at your shelter? And by the way, this would have been a good time to give back to the community, to stock up on food items and water. It's not a waste. If the hurricane don't come, you take the opportunity to help, to give those supplies to the people of St. Lucia. Don't say it's too expensive to cater for them during a disaster. Maybe I'm from a different era. So let's go back to our friend Cool Vibes and listen to some stuff there in the community, and then we'll come back with some more information.
Okay.
If you want this responsible, you have to take care of this guy.
That definitely, you are so right. You are so correct, man. And I admire your opinion, which is with. Yes, and his office is not too far from anybody else in Maycote. So, anyway, thank you very much, and I wish you well. And I hope that things will come your way, and I hope that this hurricane will terminate to another end of this world, not here in St. Lucia.
I wish this hurricane will never reach here, but for me, God is very well these days. God is very good with everyone. God will protect us.
Thank you very much for that. I admire that, man.
We live in there, you know, St. Lucia is a place that is blessed.
Definitely.
I said that with the sun over there.
Yeah, the sun is shining, but the weather, the cloud is still a bit dark, you know. All right? Anyway, thank you, Flavio Simpson. We'll talk again, all right? All right, okay then, my brother. Okay then, yes. That's how you just heard a young man there. We had an incident since in 2019 when I was here in St. Lucia on a Christmas Eve that he had an incident, and then, well, he was supposed to have his leg fixed up better, but then it have been deteriorating on him, and you could see that in his face that he have lost a lot of weight, but he need help, and he said the ministers have not done nothing for him. But I'm right here in I could say, I am here in a great that's job place where you could see that I'm here facing the scene now, where you could see them young man on the bike, but some of them don't really want to. So, Wush Gassan, I doing a little interview regarding what's happening. Do you want to say anything on the live show, or you want to say anything? Upana ebodi Wush, upana memo on show ne. Must have whole kaila sa, but upana ebodi tout bag amache bien ba. Okay, well ça bon sous ça ma kapon opinion asu sa ma baha dia, but I just do a little live today, and I done one before but now I'm walking towards the Miku church, and I could see there were shops that open where I could question in people to know what they really want, because this is where the groundwork started. And I see some beautiful ladies. Ladies, y'all don't mind me having an interview with y'all because I'm doing a live because of the hurricane to ask me to tell me what's going on. Everybody's scared? You're not scared? What about you, young man? Do you want to say anything regarding what's happening in the community? Tiger, you're a great man to talk to. I am here in a little bar, in a little shop there where this young lady, you don't mind having an interview?
Okay, folks, so we come back over to let's just monitor. Let's go back to the Prime Minister's address last night, sorry.
Fellow citizens and residents of St. Lucia, after 21 days into the hurricane season, an unusually early tropical system has emerged in the Atlantic as Tropical Storm Brett. According to the latest advisory at 5 p.m., it's expected to move across St. Lucia by 10 p.m. tomorrow night, Thursday, 22nd June. As a result of the approaching weather system, the National Emergency Management Advisory Committee, NEMAC, was activated yesterday, Tuesday, 20th June, when a meeting was held under the chairmanship of the Honorable Sean Edward. I have convened and will chair another meeting of NEMAC for tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Financial Administrative Center. All the affiliated agencies of NEMAC are expected to attend. Earlier today, the country was placed under hurricane warning. Acting on the advice of the Met Office, and after further discussions with the relevant authorities and parties, I have decided on the following for Thursday, June 22nd, until further notice. All schools will be closed. CAPE exams will go ahead as scheduled. All businesses and government offices will be closed from 1 p.m. Acting on the advice of aviation authorities, both airports will be closed from 10:30 a.m. I want to assure you that all government ministries and agencies with responsibility for disaster management and community disaster management committees across the island have been activated in preparation should the storm affect our country. Please, familiarize yourself with the location of these centers in your community should the need arise. I call on all residents and businesses to closely monitor the progress of Tropical Storm Brett and to be ready to activate your respective hurricane plans to protect your lives, property, and livelihoods. We will continue to monitor the approaching storm closely, and further updates will be provided to the country as the situation unfolds. Please remain calm and only listen to information originating from official government sources. May God continue to bless our country.
All right, folks. So, what are we going to do at this time? Martin says, finding Nemo. What we will do, we're going to disconnect the system, and we will be back at 9 o'clock tonight. We're going to adjust the system. We're going to bring in some live feed from out there tonight. We will get a live feed. I know we will get a live feed from Dennery especially. So stay with us, folks, and we will be back at 9. We're going to allow the news and Charles and everybody else to have the opportunity to listen, and we will be back at 9 o'clock, all right? So we will be back at 9. We will disconnect, and according to the Prime Minister, we will re-begin tonight at 9 o'clock, all right? So, folks, St. Lucians, you stay safe, and please know that, we are with you. You are not alone, and we are here ready to mobilize and to assist in the rebuilding if there's anything major that goes wrong, there on the island. So we're here with you. We're monitoring the developments. We'll bring it to you live. I heard that my mother's house might have been compromised, the roof, and so we're waiting for more developments there, more information. I'm going to be reaching out to them to see what is happening there. It is sad at this moment. What is my brother saying that he's so scared? It sounds scary tonight. Once the electricity is gone, then it gets worse. So, folks, keep us in prayer. Keep me in prayer. Keep my family in prayer as I keep you in prayer. All right? So, blesses you. I'll see you in a bit. I got to take care of business. I got to go to ensure that my mother, my family there, they're safe, and the other citizens of the nation. All right? So I promise you we will be back exactly 9 o'clock. Look out for our signal. If you have information, you can send it over to us on either of our lines, and we will quickly bring it on. I will shift over to a different studio where I can be a little more relaxed, because what I'm hearing, it's a little concerning to me at this time. So blessings, folks, and see you later on.